started it mostly in late 2009. Before that I was like just doing handmade CDRs, but I didn't really have any sort of label kind of thing going, just mostly my own music. I was handing out at shows for free. I decided I want to put out cassettes, and at the same time I was putting together the Neon Marshmallow Fest. So when I was doing that, I decided, you know what, if I can launch a label and start a fest at the same time, that'd be great. So I started doing these cassettes as fundraisers. That's kind of how it all happened. And I've been putting them out ever since. The median, it's different. It's got a warmer quality to it than CDRs. Obviously, I can't afford vinyl, otherwise I would. I can do the dubs at home, and I can do them pretty fast. I think that the way you can package them is pretty nice. It's a nice creative outlet for me to do some digital art and stuff as well. I find free photos online, like, you know, I distort them as much as I can until they're unrecognizable through, you know, Photoshop or Illustrator, Fireworks, or I find my own photographs, or I start, you know, just from scratch. Like if it's my own music, obviously I've got a lot more ideas for myself. Sometimes I'll ask what other artists feel, how they want it, or, you know, they'll just let me do whatever I want, which is nice. Obviously too, the cassette color. You know, cassette color shell helps to guide me with colors. I want them to. I prefer that not to be any sort of theme. Most of the batches I've done up until recently, in fact all of them, were for the Neon Marshmallow Fest. So the bands didn't see any of the money. All the money went towards the fest to help pay bands, because it was quite an endeavor, and then I'd send them artist copies. You know, say I did 50, they'd get, you know, 10 copies, and if I had other tapes, I'd try to send other tapes as well. If I did 25 copies, I'd give them 5 and some other stuff as well. So it was really all, no money's ever really been talked about, because I mean, I'm not, you know, doing that fest, I definitely didn't profit anything. The cassettes just helped, you know, help pay some of these bands. And the last, before I did this tour and I got these pro dubs, the last batch I did was another fundraiser batch for a different cause. A player in Detroit, guy, saxophone player, he runs Hermitage Tapes. His wife had a brain tumor removed and they didn't have any insurance, so I did a fundraiser batch for them. I said, you know, I got some tapes lying around. I already have the shells, so what's the difference? You know, help them raise money. And now this batch is going to be the first basically non-fundraiser batch, but I'm sure I'm going to pool this money into more cassettes or another festival of some sort. This box is unreal. And there we go. So I actually got these professionally dubbed and packaged in, you know, actual packaging. So I made 125 of these, I think, which is kind of a lot. So I'm used to doing no more than 50. So this is quite an endeavor. Let's see if we got one that's already open. So I got actual imprinting on the shells, so this is quite an endeavor for me now. I'd like to do some vinyls, definitely, for sure. I'm actually looking to trying to get some grants. I'm actually going to do the first official CD release on the label, and it's actually going to be like, kind of like a dedication to my mother who recently passed. And she had breast cancer, but that's not why she passed. But I want to do a CD like that, kind of dedicated to her, and I'm hopefully working on trying to get some grants for it. And I want to, any profits from this, I want to take that, the profits from that, and take it to, you know, half goes to breast cancer, like a breast cancer fund. And then I want to take the rest and save it for if like touring bands come to town and, you know, say they play a show and it's like a total no-show. You know, try to give them extra money to go to the next town they need to go to. So I basically, I guess I'm just reinvesting most of my funds into the infrastructure of the underground scene where I can. As long as the cassettes can pay for themselves from like the original batch I bought, as long as that can happen, it should work out. Too much stuff.